DC FanDome was weak. There were some flaws in there in this 3 hour, 40-minute presentation that didn't need to be there. A lot of it could have been trimmed. This would have been dealt greatly if someone edited some of this stuff. The transitions from one thing to another, I didn't need to see rain and waterfalls right before we saw Aquaman. That took way too long. If we could shave off 10 seconds from each transition, it would have done wonders. Sometimes even more than 10 seconds, and it would have done wonders. The people who were there didn't have no energy. Robert Pattinson, that was your main eventer, right? He's the guy you're going to close with. It's Batman. First of all, way too much Batman. Way too much Gotham. But he was the guy who was outshined by Dwayne Johnson. Rock was given his... And you could tell Rock was reading because, that's the reason why he used to wear sunglasses back in the WWF days. He was bad at promos. He had to read, and they had these large words with what to say, and that's why he wore those glasses. That was his thing. He had shades on for that reason, so you couldn't really tell. You could tell here clearly, but he was given so much energy. The Black Adam. He said it was. He's a wrestler. He knows how to sell something. Cena did well too. Robert Pattinson didn't. Pattinson was lame, kind of unenergetic. You're Batman. This is FanDome. You didn't bring it. The hosts, they were plentiful. There were a lot of hosts, and I guess I know the reason why. It was to showcase how not white they were. They were trying to let you guys know how we're not a racist company. Look, these guys are from Brazil, and some of them are females. That was the point that they were trying to get across. That's probably why Milestone Media got so much time. But again, what did Milestone really tell us? They told us that there's going to be an animated movie. Everything else we kind of already knew. We knew about the live action Static movie that was in the works. We knew about that one last year, and now, yeah, it's still in the works. There's talks. I was expecting maybe they'd announce the director or who's in charge of this and that. That thing. Like I said during the Black Superman fiasco from a few months ago, when that was announced, all right, they filled their black quota for now. That's why Ava DuVernay New Gods isn't happening. I don't believe. I think she's getting Naomi though, so something's happening there with her. But that is it's like, all right, we're doing enough black. We'll do Static later when this wears off, because that's the way they think. There's a lot more problems here with the DC FanDome. DC FanDome has too much content and too much unimportant content that they could do without. I don't really care about seeing fans' pictures that they drew or fan pictures of them cosplaying. It's not really for me. I didn't need, and if you were going to do it, you could do like more than just one on screen. You could probably do like 6 on screen moving side to side, and that segment would be done a lot more quicker. But we had to highlight everyone one by one. Kind of irrelevant. They got it. They're doing everything. Toys, merchandise. They're doing comic books, and they're doing films, animated or live action. They're doing a whole lot. If that's what you want to do, it's gonna be long. But you gotta bring it shorter than 3 hours and 45 minutes. Let's bring it down to 3 hours. Maybe try to do that, because it's possible. You could trim everything out that I complained about and get it down to 3 hours if you want to serve all those masters and please everybody. The FanDome presentation, it's a great idea. You do have 3 hours worth of content. DC doesn't have 3 hours and 45 minutes of content, and basically I'm complaining about 45 minutes. But the presentation needs some working on. The FanDome aspect of it, the CG and the place that they're all standing in, look how magnificent this is, lost its touch last year. It's not that magnificent. We're here for straight and to the point news. Not let's reminisce on Smallville that was 20 years ago. That didn't need to be a sit down talk with, oh yeah, you remember you were Lex Luthor. I didn't need that, guys. We were good with just 20 years of Smallville and celebrate DC. That's a 1 minute segment, and then we get on to the next thing, because Superman and Batman, mostly Batman, but they dominated this thing. I did like listening to the music though. That Superman theme, you can't go wrong with that. And they even mashed up everyone's theme. Like even Wonder Woman's theme I could hear during the background when everyone was talking. The Aquaman song was worth it. I like how they kind of just surprised and gave us, by the way, guys, HBO Max, it's streaming now, first 3 episodes. That's great. That needs to continue. Surprises like that are awesome. So yeah, there are pluses. There are favorable things coming out of this, but not everything was. DC fandom needs some working on. Hey, if you want some more Chillmonger, I did do a 33 burning MCU questions live stream. It was about an hour before DC fandom, and I kind of spilled over into DC fandom. But that's okay, because there's some great content, specifically when Jaded Fanboy joined the stream and we started talking Injustice.